Well, nobody wants to think about the unthinkable happening, but if and when it does, you want to make sure you and your family are prepared. I am here at Shelter Insurance in Decatur with owner Joseph Basil. Thank you for being with us.
No, thank you guys for being out here.
Okay, let's talk all things shelter insurance and kind of what your focus is here in town.
So our big focus is providing an alternative option to the big companies, you know, the lizards, the emus, the whatever you might have. That's a family-based local company that is ran by a local company, local people, and help deliver local needs and, you know, solutions to those needs.
Let's talk about life insurance because a lot of people think they can just wait and put it off.
Absolutely.
How soon do you need to consider having a policy, and do we need to be thinking of our children? Do we need to be thinking of when we're older? How does that work?
So in my experience and my expertise, I would say people need to start thinking about life insurance policies on their children as soon as they are born. We don't know, unfortunately, what can happen. It's not our decision, you know, how that stuff plays out. So, I mean, you know, it might not be, you know, to cover debt or things like that, but it still costs money for a funeral, no matter if that kid's 3 weeks old or 99. And then there's also ways we could parlay that into using life insurance to help pay for education. You know, instead of starting a college fund, you can start a life insurance policy that does the same thing with better interest rates. Those are things that people don't know about that unless they have a good agent to tell them, they'll never know.
How often should you reevaluate your policies and all of that?
My recommendation would be every 6 months.
Really?
Just a call in, just say, hey, just want to check in, you know, make sure everything's up to date.
Do they change that much every 6 months?
Absolutely. The market fluctuates so much that, you know, you might not re-change it every 6 months, but it's at least worth a phone call just to say, hey, just want to make sure everything's still up to date.
Huh, that's interesting. And then what is the process like updating it and changing it? Because that would seem like maybe a hassle.
Usually for most, if I could know for our company, it's a 5-minute process. It just a, hey, let me check it for you. I run a couple numbers. Hey, everything looks good. You're still covered. But it also, those phone calls, we call them reviews, are good times to say, oh, hey, my 17-year-old son started driving, or it's some things that you might not think about. You know, if you have a conversation with somebody on the street, or if you see them in the grocery store, you might not tell them that information.
Right. Interesting.
But it's something that needs to be known because that way your kid is covered to drive your vehicles. You know, that'd be a terrible day if you found out that he wasn't covered to drive the car and something happened.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, there's no shortage of insurance companies around the state. Why Shelter Insurance? What makes you guys different?
The thing I did when I took over this office here in Central Illinois is I wanted to provide a family atmosphere. I mean, it's just me and my secretary. There's just 2 of us here. Her daughter works in the office. You know, she's in high school. She works in the office for us, you know, at time for time. We build a family atmosphere, and we pride ourselves on customer service. You know, I've been with the big companies where you got to wait on a 1-800 number. You may or may not get a call back. You know, Shelter's a big company, but we're locally based, you know.
And looking to expand.
Absolutely. So, I mean, people that, you know, may or may not have an agent or may not be able to get a hold of somebody, if you call me at 10 o'clock, I'm going to answer the phone. I might not answer it right away, but I'll at least send you a text and say, hey, what's going on? Everybody okay? That kind of thing, because it's important for people to be able to reach their agent in a time of crisis.
All right, Joseph, thank you so much for having us. Sponsoring our segment today. If you have any questions, maybe it's time for you to reevaluate your insurance policies. Joseph's your guy here at Shelter Insurance in Decatur. And if you have any questions, we'll have all of that contact information at our website, CILiving.tv.